against 3-loss Alabama.
Boy, Tone, wouldn't that second loss complicate matters? I mean, really complicate matters for the committee, but also for SMU, which so far has only lost that one game at home to BYU. And BYU has been ranked and regarded all season, and there's certainly no shame in that loss. And that loss isn't as bad as Alabama's losses, just to pick a school, to Vandy and Oklahoma. They lost to Tennessee. Tennessee's pretty darn good. Vandy and Oklahoma, 6-6 teams. But SMU doesn't have the wins, over South Carolina, and who else did Bama beat? Georgia.
Georgia.
It's hard, Tone. It's really hard. Those are better wins, but you can say BYU had a consistency to their season Alabama didn't have, and of course, a lot of people, I'm sure you included, would just say, well, it's the SEC. And if all we're going to do is say, well, everything favors the SEC, we'll have a tournament. Just award the thing to the SEC, which is kind of what's going on anyway, and the Big Ten. So it complicates matters. I don't know how to stack them up. I don't know.
All right, let me just say this. The position that SMU would be in, and they are ranked 8th now, and Alabama's 11th. If they lose this game, they are in the exact same position as Miami. They have a very weak strength of schedule relative to Alabama, and they have no wins against ranked teams. So if you originally ranked Alabama ahead of Miami, you're going to rank Alabama ahead of SMU. So I'll take 15 seconds to say why SMU is my favorite team in the country. Because they knocked on the door of every conference. And the ACC answered, and they said, look, you don't have to give us any money. Like, you give the money to the other people, all your TV money. We don't want your money. We're flush with money. We're in Texas. We got all the money in the world. Just let us in the door. And in their first season, they're undefeated in the conference. And that's why I like them, because they know what this whole deal is about.
It's a cool move.
But if they lose,
it's a cool move.
if they lose, they're out. And if they lose to Clemson and Clemson is in, how are the people in South Carolina going to feel when this past week, not week one, not week 1 or week 2, just this last week, South Carolina beat Clemson. How are they going to feel?
So. Tony, let me just put a point on this. We thought that when the tournament was expanded and it goes from 4, and you say, oh, you got a 5th place team and a 6th place team, and they're so upset. And if you just expand it to 12, you won't have these issues. Shut up. That's it. We're done. Back to you.
Tony, Mike, thank you so